good morning, good evening, whatever the case may be, wherever you are in the world. My name is Patrick, and welcome to my channel. Welcome to my little show, What's for Supper, Daddy-O. Alright guys, we got a lot of stuff here. So let's get right to it. Our recipe for today is going to be for stuffed bell peppers. So let's get to these ingredients. I've got 4 large bell peppers. Make sure you wash these thoroughly under your spigot. I've got a pound of 90/20 ground beef. I've got a can. This is going to be about 15 ounces of chopped tomatoes. We put these up, so we're going to use the homemade ones. Got 1 medium onion. We have some olive oil. We're going to use about a teaspoon or tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. I've got minced garlic here, but you can use just 1 clove of garlic, or you can use a teaspoon of garlic powder. I've got some basil and some oregano. We're going to use a teaspoon of each of those. I'm going to use about a teaspoon or maybe a little bit more of these crushed red peppers because the kids aren't going to eat this. I've got going to have a cup of rice here, salt and pepper to taste, and then I wanted some Parmesan, some fresh, but at our local grocer I couldn't find it, so I'm just going to use this. It's mozzarella, provolone, Romano, Asiago, and some Parmesan cheese. So we'll add that at the end. So let's go ahead and get started with this and see how to cook some stuffed bell peppers. First thing we're going to do is go ahead and drop our rice in our water here, get that rice cooked. And Wesley's here to help me. Dude, what'd you do to the rice?
I'm sorry.
What is that?
I was bored.
Is that a happy face in there?
I was bored. I was getting bored.
So. Alright, go ahead and put it in that water, man. I've got a large saucepan here. I'm going to go ahead and add about a tablespoon of our olive oil to this. Just enough to coat the pan here. Okay. Now, I've gone ahead and chopped up our medium onion. I'm going to go ahead and put this in. And we're going to sweat this down just for a few minutes. Our onions are becoming translucent now. I'm going to go ahead and add a teaspoon of garlic to this. See that? Be careful because your garlic will burn. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more because it smells so good. Wes, how does that smell, buddy?
Awesome.
Is it good? It smells great? Awesome. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and put a little salt to this. We're going to season everything as we go. And I'll put a little pinch of pepper as well. And we'll just go ahead and cook this just a little. We don't want our garlic to burn. Go ahead and add your pound of hamburger meat to this now. And we're going to go ahead and get this broken up nicely. Get the onions and garlic minced into this. And because this is so lean, you're not going to have a lot of fat to have to pour off if you have any. What's left in here, you'll probably want to keep it for the flavor factor. Okay? Okay, so our hamburger meat's browned off now. We're going to go ahead and add our seasonings. We're going to add some salt here. You want to add the salt?
Yes.
Okay. So Wesley's adding a couple pinches of salt because we need to make sure our hamburger meat's seasoned really nicely. While he's doing that, I'm going to grab some pepper right here, and I'll season this with the pepper. Okay, we'll get 1 more pinch of this. Make sure everything is good. Alright, now go ahead, Wes. What we have right here, now you don't need to put this, you're going to put the whole thing. What we have here, guys, is a tablespoon of the oregano and a tablespoon of the basil. And Wesley's going to go ahead and spread that around evenly. And we'll stir that in. Good job. And now the last thing that we're going to add in here, Wesley, do you remember what I said it was?
The something
Shire sauce. It's called Worcestershire sauce. Go ahead and put that in there. Spread it around good there. Good. Awesome. This was a tablespoon, but I added a little extra because I love it. So it's about a tablespoon and a half of Worcestershire sauce for this recipe. We're going to go ahead and add our rice that's done now. got done while we were finishing this, the meat mixture. And I've gone ahead and dumped the water out of our canned tomatoes. And I'm going to go ahead and add our tomatoes to this. Yum. Oh my god, it smells so good. It's incredible how good that smells, y'all. This is what our mixture looks like when it's combined and cooked down together. And I've tasted this already. I've gone back and re-seasoned it, so make sure you do that. I almost forgot to add these, okay? These crushed red peppers. Alright, we've got our peppers here. I've gone ahead and cut the tops off of these, as you can see, and de-seeded them. So, I'm going to go ahead and stuff these now with our mixture. We're just going to take a spoonful of this and put it in there, just like that. Is that gorgeous stuff or what? That is fantastic looking, okay? And we're going to do this until we get all these peppers stuffed, okay? Okay guys, the last thing I've done is opened up a can of just regular tomato sauce. As you can see, this is the Great Value brand all natural tomato sauce, so it's not a big deal. I've mixed it in a bowl with about a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. And all we're going to do is go ahead and pour this right over the top of these babies, just like that. See that? I wish you could smell this. It smells delicious. It really does. There we go. I want to have a nice amount over each one of these, because I want it to, when you dig in, I want you to get a nice bite. That's why I wanted you to save just a little bit of room at the top. Okay? And this is just going to be enough to do exactly what we need it to do for us, which is make this taste like $1,000,000. Okay? Perfect. I'm going to take about 1/4 cup of water and pour in the bottom of our pan around our peppers here. I may put just a tad bit more, just so the peppers will steam correctly. And we'll put this in the oven at 350 degrees for about 40 to 50 minutes. Okay, sounds like they're ready. Let's go ahead and pull these out here. Oh, these smell so good. Oh, yeah. Alright, there you go. That's what they look like after about 40 minutes. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add some cheese to the top of these, like this. Okay, we'll get a good amount on there. I'll go ahead and set the broiler on high, and we'll put these back in there. God, that's beautiful. That is good looking stuff, man. I got to tell you, that's good looking stuff. That really looks like Christmas, doesn't it? Alright, I'll put these back in there under the broiler for just a few minutes. You want to keep an eye on them. When your cheese starts to melt down and get brown, it's time to take them out. Alright, let's go ahead and pull these out now. See what they look like here, and they look pretty good. Look at that, y'all. Yeah. There it is. I almost got the cheese a little too brown. I think we can live with it. I'm going to go ahead and put one of these on a plate here. Oh, the cheese is nice. Let me get down here where you guys can see this. Okay. Oh, now I'm off camera. I won't focus. There we go. Alright, you can see the stuffing in there. And it's really hard to do this with one hand. And you can see the tomato sauce and the cheese. Oh, look at that. Alright, let me take a bite. It's really hot. Oh, it's perfect. Oh my goodness. It's almost like a mushroom with the cap of cheese and the tomato sauce. Alright, one more bite of this. Oh my god, guys, try this. This is awesome. pepper has permeated in the entire insides. It's just a wonderful taste. So until next time, I'll see you tomorrow or the next day. Don't get chipped.